Yo, 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 yo. Wisdom Talk Podcast, episode 42. You already know what it is.
Did you see that? I was about to flick everybody off. I
Hey,
did that, but my fingers were like lagging trying to get it together. No, 40, 43.
You said 42.
It's 42. No,
Oh,
it's 42.
Yeah.
Yo, I know. Listen, y'all, I haven't been drinking. I swear to God, this is
That's a
him.
lie.
He's got the MD 2020. I don't have it.
Why you gotta talk about the brand?
What you? Because you flash the brand every. You're over here, and then we'll be in the middle of an intellectual conversation. He'll be like. I'll be like, yeah.
Facts,
So
bro.
like,
Really
if you
would.
just look at the white supremacists over there, he'll just be like. You flash it
you,
every
look at
time.
you. Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
right now, see?
That's exactly
See?
what he do.
Anyways, episode 42.
It's the boy H-Wall, aka the Cameroon Goon, aka Horton Here's a Who, aka Choice D, all of the above. You already know what it is. Go ahead, cousin.
It's your boy Juniani, and we are here, episode 42. Not 43, 42. 42. We are here once again. We have arrived, and we are here with some others. We got one guy that's usually here with us, Beast Too Saucy.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
And then we got a special guest. Lovely,
Introduce her,
lovely,
Cuzzo.
lovely special guest. Amazing person, awesome ambition, has just an overall great vibration, aura, frequency, you name it, she got it. You know, we've been through everything. I mean, me and her haven't been through everything, but I've known her for a minute. And
So, interesting intro.
and she is she's not perfect, but we're not all perfect either, but she's been through some things, but she's still here. She's got a glowing aura, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, without further ado, y'all,
Okay.
Miss Ashley Christine is
Christine
here.
Ashley.
Christine
already.
Christine Ashley.
Man, my words are all backwards today, y'all.
Ashley
I'm so sorry. My
Christine.
numbers are all off. My
Ashley
words are off.
Christine.
Jesus.
There's a
Good Lord.
word for that.
What is that word?
What is the word?
Elaborate.
Please.
Dyslexic.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. All right, y'all. And this has been the Wisdom Talk Podcast, episode 43. We are out. Nah.
Damn.
And cut. Nah.
Right?
Nah, but how you
So-
doing?
Thank you.
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
I'm good.
You
I'm
good?
here.
You're here.
Like you said, I'm here.
So this
Present.
is this your first podcast or your first platform like this ever?
Yes.
You've been? Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
So we gotta make sure.
He had
that-
been reaching out to me for a while, but with the the stuff that I've had on my plate, I just kept kind of pushing it off and got to the point where I didn't want to do that anymore. I wanted to try to show up. Thinking back to like when he said that he's known me for a minute, I thought back to that time and I was like, let me come through for him. So
That's real.
That's cool.
supporting.
That's real.
Hey, man.
That is real.
I'm just glad
That's
you're here.
genuine. That's I
you.
appreciate that.
Appreciate that.
Right?
Appreciate it. Appreciate
Like,
that.
over a
No,
decade, huh?
Yeah, man, because we have a little history that we'll dive into that a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm glad you could make it.
Thank you.
Glad you could be here.
Christine, what do you do?
I am a realtor.
She has a
okay,
whole
nice.
shirt. Look at that. Look, wisdom talk. Look at that. Boom.
Yeah,
right
okay.
there.
Yeah.
She's a whole realtor. So she does real estate.
Does real estate.
All right. So
How's that treating you? How's that?
Good. I will say that the team that I'm with has been really great and patient, and the brokerage that we're with right now, they've all come through for me, and it's a great community to be a part of. So I've been slowly getting back into it. You've seen,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
So you mentioned the brokerage, like so your team is all of the same broker.
So I'm under the Atlas Group, and
Mm-hmm.
that is underneath Surge Realty.
Yeah. I'm
So
familiar. My mom does real estate. She has
Okay.
her own agency.
okay, so she's a broker.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So that's why I'm like familiar with the whole region. Whenever he was telling me about you coming as a realtor, I was like, literally, my first job ever was her receptionist when I was 11
Okay.
years old.
So you've been around.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. I know about the whole open house and everything else with the process in betwing and setting up appointments.
Was she a realtor whenever you were younger?
Yeah, that's
like a
that's,
kid.
Yeah, since I
Okay,
was a
so
kid.
I bring my kids along with me sometimes.
Exactly.
That's good.
You know,
Exactly,
That's
and
good.
it helps like towards like professionalism of
Yes.
bringing your kids up towards a more professional environment.
how you carry yourself,
Yeah,
the way that
exactly.
you interact with
Exactly.
people.
I used to always have to pick up the phone calls and set up appointments and write and take messages and stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, it does help a lot in that.
And you didn't
criteria.
hate her for it because sometimes I'm like, man, my kids are gonna be so mad. I have to drag them around,
Sometimes. Sometimes.
but I would rather.
There's gonna be some resentment. I'm gonna tell you firsthand from your kids. There's gonna be some resentment because I built some resentment from my mom in some ways because it hurts my social skills in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Because like even if I'm just trying to be friends with someone, if I see like a net negative from that interaction with that person, that it hinders our potential friendship I could have.
Really?
Because I see them as a net negative because like I like what being in that field teaches you is more of a networking aspect.
Yes.
So when it comes to it, it's like, are you a net positive or a net negative? Like, are you like, do you reciprocally bring something to the table? Like, are you like adding on to value?
That's interesting.
Or if you're just like a burden or like a bomb or
A
like
debt.
a leech, a debt, exactly, all that stuff. And you're just like latching. You're like a leech, just like, just sucking in.
Yeah.
And you're not adding on, but you're just taking
Yeah.
from.
Fortunately, I do have a support system to where, like my kids can be with family. So it's not every time, but when there's moments where I'm like, man, it's a weekend, instead of spending time with you, I'm having to do this, but I'm doing it for you.
Exactly.
So, just tag along with me. And I usually bribe my older one with Starbucks. So
That's
that's
My
a
mom
thing.
used to do it with pizza. Yeah. I was a
Okay.
fat kid growing up, so just buy me some pizza. I'll
You'll be happy.
shut the
You're
fuck
fine.
up. I'll shut the
Okay.
fuck up.
So I have a question.
Okay.
What made you want to get into real estate in the first place?
So my first experience in that realm, I was working for apartment complexes.
Okay.
So I actually worked for an oil and gas
It
company.
usually
for a
starts
while.
with that. My dad was oil and gas petroleum engineer overseas Saudi Arabia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it usually starts like that, like from the bottom.
So back whenever, you knew me, I was a single mom. I had my daughter. It was just her and I. And I had worked for an oil and gas company for a while. And then I decided to step down, go to school, and I worked for an apartment complex. And I worked for a couple properties that they managed. So that was my first interaction. But real estate didn't really cross my mind, like to be an agent, until I got with Mario. That's who my husband is, my late husband.
Oh yeah, damn.
So
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
Get into that. Go ahead.
So he would always say that I was good at being social, talking to people, strangers. I had actually worked with him. He was a nurse, and he worked for a clinic. And it was more like a med spa. He had transitioned more into that realm. And I would help, run the front, and I would do like the sales packages and, have like consults with people. And, he would tell me like, you're good at sales, like good at communication. Have you ever, thought about this? And I was like, actually, I have thought about doing real estate because some of our patients were realtors, and we would chat with them. And I was like, it just wasn't for me. It wasn't something that I could do because being a full-time realtor, it's a hustle.
Yeah,
you know?
it is.
And I
For sure.
And I had a kid. I was by myself. Like, why would there was no way that I could, in my mind, just do that out of nowhere and we were going to be fine. So whenever we started talking about it, just long story short, he pretty much told me that whatever I wanted to do, whatever I wanted to be, I could. And so he supported that. And I want to say that it was around COVID time. I was pregnant and I was working a 9-to-5. I was managing a waxing salon, actually. I had left the clinic to move to work somewhere closer to home because we had 2 kids at the time, and they were in school activities. And, I'm mom, so I was the one that, would make sure that they would get to those after school activities, be available for them if they were sick or needed to get picked up, whatever. So I chose to go work in Katy. We lived in Katy, but he worked in Tomball, which is where I'm at now. that 9 to 5, at least the people that I worked for, they kind of burned me. They made that 9 to 5,
Sounds about right.
just feel so
Just
nasty.
gruesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was during the COVID time, the way that they were wanting me to handle my girls, my team, and it just was so tactless, and I couldn't do it. And, he and I had that conversation. I'm pregnant, COVID's going on, things are shutting down. Get your license. Take this time. You're at home.
Might as well.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Might
lie.
as
To interrupt in this small little point is that a lot of women saw that, like, this whole pandemic bullshit as an opportunity to, like, secure residual income.
Entrepreneurship.
Like
increased.
entrepreneurship. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And like
That's
the
a
whole
fact.
point of, like, while I'm in this situation, while I'm going through this dilemma where everything can be stripped away from me, I gotta have some residuals. Like, I gotta make sure that I got money coming in by any cause, because it's not even just about me, but a lot of women that have children
The
or
flexibility.
family members and everything else. So big time.
So
I noticed that.
that's when I got my license and went from there. I was still, whenever the salon had opened back up, and I still went back to work. So I was managing while finishing my license. And then I started to dabble with actual transactions while I was still working. But I was told that if you're going to be a realtor, the best thing to do is go all in, be full time. And now, mind you, I wouldn't have felt comfortable doing that had it not been for the support of Mario, had it not been for the fact that I was no longer a single mom. We were in a 2-home income, and, it worked. It made sense. It was that leap of faith that we both decided to take. And so
Yeah.
I ran with it. I put in my notice after we purchased our own home. I didn't need that 9 to 5. And I went full. And
Good.
So
That's
it's been
good.
that way
that's
since.
that's what's up. Yeah. I'm not a proponent of 9 to 5. I am to a certain degree.
I miss the structure and stability that it gave, but I got so comfortable and reliant on that whenever it was just me and my daughter.
Right.
I
I like the 9 to 5 from the perspective of this. I like it when people use it as a springboard to get to use that to fuel what you actually want to do for yourself later on down the line in life. Don't be a slave to a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if you're a slave to a 9 to 5, then it's like, okay, what are you doing this for? You're on a carousel now. You're on the Ferris wheel.
Well,
Like,
let me add another aspect to the things about the 9 to 5 is that a 9 to 5 used to be enough.
used to be.
Yeah.
You want-
At one
and-
point, for a
Times are
quick
different,
minute.
for real.
And
For
you
a
want to
quick
know?
minute.
And you want to know why it's not enough anymore?
Inflation.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
And you want to know where inflation comes from? More people in the workforce. And you want to know why there's more people in the workforce? It's like, I don't mean to be the one to go there,
What?
because it's more women that are incentivized to have to work. So
Well,
therefore, it's more money to have to pay.
I think inflation happens.
It's a Federal Reserve issue.
Well, I think it happens for a multitude of reasons. I think it's not just because of the workforce. I think inflation happens because of different areas of activity that become flustered or
Yeah, no, I can
become
see it that way, for
unbalanced.
real.
You know what I mean? Like
It does.
you can
But
go,
like
you can go to
all the activity, like, which of the activity is significantly important towards society, and which one of them is electorally?
I mean, okay, for an example, right? Like when we go to war, when the country
Yeah.
goes to war,
Exactly. I like that.
they
point.
need tax dollars to fund that war,
Mhm.
right? So when they start sending money to Ukraine, I said it.
Yeah.
Ukraine.
No, we're gonna.
When they start sending money to
Look,
like
that's why I like the conversation we
Israel
had
and
before.
Palestine.
You're
Yeah.
Go ahead. This is your realm.
See, he wants me to go off.
Yo, all right.
But
Go ahead.
See, when you start
I'm
sending
not-
money to these places, guess who funds that?
Exactly.
You do, I
Exactly.
do, he does,
Exactly.
right? So when we start funding these avenues, right?
Mm-hmm.
That again, it messes with the economy to the point where things start to get more expensive.
Yeah, exactly.
Like everybody wants to raise the
Which
taxes.
has nothing to do with us,
Right.
but because we're allies with these
Right.
people.
So when you raise the taxes, that means that people got to find more way, or they got to, companies or entities got to, either pay their employees more to suffice, or
We're fighting for
People-
we're paying for other wars.
right.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, but my main point is
Yeah,
that
I was gonna
taxes-
start diving in. Okay.
taxes
Yeah.
affects inflation.
Yes.
What's it called? Why am I having?
I can't think of it in my hand right now.
Brain blank right now.
Like you're talking
But,
about
Yeah, but there's many different things that affect inflation. Okay, like, and it's not just
it's economically. Let's just say. Let's just keep it vague.
when they have to print more money. When they have to print more
it's
money.
Federal Reserve.
When we gotta,
It's the Federal
when we
Reserve.
gotta go borrow money, and we gotta, people not paying back loans, and when loans default, that affects inflation.
Rockefellers.
Right.
JP
Well,
Morgan.
I'm talking about like everyday people. Like,
Yeah,
like
no, but I'm talking about the people who print out.
housing loans, right?
Yes.
When people don't,
Also, yep.
when banks give out these loans and people don't
Yep.
pay them back.
But then, like the
that-
people who are running those interest rates of those loans that are paying back from the bankers and everything else, then that's when I start getting into trouble, because I know the type of people who are running those type of corporations that are running that have to do with the interest rate.
who runs
the
these?
funding.
Who runs this?
Man, then we started talking
I'm
about some
not-
Tariq
You can say the
Nasheed.
boys. No.
We talking about some, the boys. Exactly.
Man, whatever.
Exactly.
Whatever.
I'm like, man. because-
Okay. It's white folks. Okay, let's just say that. All right.
Yeah,
it ain't brothers. It's not black people with these banks. We don't own these banks.
We'll mutually agree with that point.
Yeah.
I'm not going to specify on the
Yeah.
type of white folks,
Yeah.
but it's a certain type of white folks.
Oh, what? No, don't do that.
I know.
No, I'll do it. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
I'll say it, but like,
you'll say it, but I'm not saying it.
I wouldn't.
Because
I'm not,
we almost got canceled whenever. I will
not-
say something.
I'm not gonna just say it's one particular type of white person, but
It is a
whatever.
particular type of white person,
Nah.
but they're still white people. But it's a,
Yeah.
all right.
So I like
Christine,
helping
she
people
knows.
find their next home.
Exactly.
No,
knows.
wait, hold on. My bad. Hold
It
on.
gives me a sense of
Christine,
Before we digress,
who
hold on.
has the highest interest rates?
Yeah. Well, she
She knows.
I'm not a
She's-
lender.
She's not a lender.
Yeah,
She's smart.
I'm not a lender.
But
She's not.
smart.
I
but
mean,
she
that's
knows.
real, though. That's facts.
She knows.
I feel like she knows.
There's a
though.
certain demographic of people have the highest interest rates of the lenders.
I mean, yeah, it's black people. Come on, let's be real.
No.
talking
The highest interest rates?
We get the highest interest. Yes.
Yeah, we get the highest interest, but the ones who set the highest interest rates.
It's white. Okay, who owns the banks? Let's just get to that. What do they look like? Do they look like me and you, or do they look like? There's no white people in the studio. I'm sorry.
Well, earlier I said, I was.
Yeah, she did say she
Cousin.
was
Yeah.
Okay, hold
Go
on.
ahead.
My grandmother's from England. She's white. So I mean, shit,
Mine too.
Hey,
Oh, really?
cousin.
Why you gotta whisper? Just say Jewish people. Okay.
Ah, see, I
Just
don't
say
wanna-
Jewish
I don't
people.
wanna-
But I'm not gonna say that though. I don't like to separate people like that. It's like, look, I don't know if you're Jewish unless you tell me. So if you somebody
Yes,
that,
they're Caucasian, like they are of that European
Yeah, I just-
Caucasus.
look.
They are Caucasus of the origin,
Right.
but it's like saying like black people and Africans are the same. Black people and Africans aren't the same.
Black
It's just
Americans are
how-
different from
Just
Africans,
like how European white people, Jewish
Yeah.
white people, all white people are different. All black people are different.
yeah,
it's
but
different.
see,
Different is different.
But see,
That's the whole point that I was trying to avoid.
I could get real deep with you right now, but
Yeah,
I
we
don't want to
could-
digress too hard.
Okay,
Maybe
yeah,
we'll save that
because
for
we
the
gotta
end.
give more
Yeah, yeah.
time. We
Okay,
gotta give
look,
more
Look,
time.
I can get
I
real-
want to ask
More
this.
time to
Yeah,
you.
go ahead.
I want to ask
As
this.
a
So-
fellow African, as
No, no,
like
hold on.
us,
Hold on.
yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay,
So
go ahead.
what's fun and very difficult about being a realtor?
Oh.
Hey,
Thank
hey,
you.
good segue. Hey, WB's.
Let's get back to the main topic.
Yo.
I like interacting with people. I like
Interacting.
being able to help. It gives me, and I'm sure any realtor can say this, a sense of purpose. You're
Sure.
doing something good. So,
No, I'm
What's
sorry.
happening?
No, I'm
Makes
just
me laugh.
W.
Bro.
No, hey, he has a great question. He's doing better than I'm doing.
No,
well,
you
he
got me on
doesn't- He
it.
doesn't have the same drink on the side of him.
right.
so-
I do
Yeah.
need one.
The MD life though. No,
No,
but-
I like interacting with people, helping I mentioned that I'm able to like involve my kids and them see me be productive and, and I think that that's good. We're supposed to set examples for our kids.
And I like the fact that you bring your children along with you on your realtor expeditions. I love that because you're planting seeds in their mind for the future. Like you're showing them without showing them either consciously or subconsciously, showing them like, okay, this is how you move in the real estate space. Like maybe that might spark something else within their subconscious to think, okay, my mom's doing real estate, but I'm trying to be like a property.
My daughter wants to be a lawyer.
See, see,
and she's really good at drawing. And I've kind of planted the seed, like, hey, if you want to be a lawyer, you can be an architect. Like, I used to put her in those STEM summer camps and stuff like that.
Ooh, dope.
And the reason why I'm doing this is because your daughter reminds me of myself and how my mom did me. And I'm like, it's like, because like as me as a guy going through that is different from a woman going.
Well, it's
through
not
that.
forced. Anything that I mentioned is not forced.
It wasn't forced for me either. But like that's the experience. Like me, I feel like those experiences I had that's similar, that comes off similar to what your daughter's going through. It helped elevate me and helped build me better.
I was like, am I doing something wrong?
There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm the same with the gym.
But it's like you're raising the alpha woman. In that sense,
yes.
But then like
this type of age,
but then like when you're gonna raise an alpha woman, then she has to like the only man that's gonna be like take her seriously and everything is gonna be a beta type of man, like a man that's gonna be more submissive towards her. So like, are you cool with a feminine man?
But is it?
I'm hoping that on her own she'll find a balance that works for her and them.
Yes,
it's possible. It's possible.
And then also she doesn't have to just be alpha. She doesn't have to just be that brick house. Like she can be soft too. Like we can be both. I feel that way about myself.
Right. There's balance.
I feel like I have a very hard exterior. That I over the years, life made me feel like I needed to. But at the same time, I do feel like I'm very much soft. At the same time, it's a balance, and it's the time and place and the individual, the setting, the situation, the time in your life. There's a lot of factors into it. We don't have to just be one thing. We don't just have to be alpha,
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
I give you that. I agree. That's a compelling argument.
You never know, like whoever she ends up with, when she's a woman and she's older, may soften her, may harden her. Like they'll decide or they'll contribute to what kind of woman she'll be, how she'll carry herself.
And that was a great, compelling argument. The reason why I bring that up is that even within those options, it's like what is going to be attracted to her firsthand is going to be like a certain tier of guys, because like it could be like an alpha type of guy that could bring her back towards a more submissive feminine role and everything else. But like usually those guys won't even entertain a girl that comes off like a female version of him. So they won't even entertain that type of woman in the first place, because she already comes off like stoic, like, already stuck in her ways of independency, and like she'll need a man, but she'll appreciate a man that appreciates her.
Yeah.
And that type of guy that would be that stoic man for her could like already be like repulsed by her mannerisms.
There's a lot of people in the world. So
there is.
She'll have some options. Unfortunately,
that's why it's like possibility versus probability.
Yeah, she's gonna be 13 next month, so I still have some time to shape her up, and her come into her own.
And
self.
I feel like you have the right approach as far as like showing them an example of, okay, this is how you essentially move like a boss, for lack of better words, but this is how you move like on an independent. Like how to be self-sufficient for yourself. Like, look, I'm into real estate. I got my other things going. I'm into fitness. I'm into other things. Like these are like, to me, I think real estate is just it's a pillar to help understand help somebody understand to be their own, obelisk. You know what I'm saying? Like to be their own like, shining example. You know what I'm saying? Like, because real estate, it just it's one of the main things that someone can learn on how to be their own like entrepreneur, be their own boss. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like being your own boss is like that. I feel like that's the best way to go about, I guess, not just financial freedom, but just freedom in general. That's one step to it because you're on your own tune. You're on your own frequency.
Well,
you're not having to rely on like clocking in and like, oh,
But
why,
that's a lot of pressure. You have to have structure for yourself. Like if you're not going to clock in for someone else, are you clocking in for yourself?
that's what I'm saying. So discipline.
And that's why
another,
it's not
that's
just
another.
about you, but it's about your little ones too.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. And
But-
So
the
it's
time I
like
get
it's
to
bigger
spend.
than yourself. Like it's not even, you're not even going at it in the selfish approach. Like me.
No.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what helps as well.
Right. Discipline, self-sufficiency. These are pillars, right? To be able to put yourself in the best position to feel what freedom feels like.
Yeah.
True freedom, right? Because going to a 9 to 5, I mean, I work for Blue Cross Blue Shield. He works for Volkswagen.
Hey, I'm not
You know.
knocking it. For all I know, there may be a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
Regardless
to,
of what,
do that again.
Regardless
No, right.
of who
And I'm
we
not-
work for.
Yeah, I'm not
that's the
knocking
whole
it either.
point
And
of
that,
it.
that goes back to my point. I'm not knocking it. I like the 9 to 5 from the aspect of like, okay, use that as a springboard. Don't get caught up in this 9 to 5 for like the next 30 years. No, bro, you have to have an exit strategy. You got to
a
have a plan.
phase.
Like
It's a
have
phase.
have a game plan to be able to launch off that launching pad, which is the 9 to 5, into something greater.
Look at that 9 to 5 like a chapter. Like, don't
Right.
say it's a say all be all. It's
Right.
a determining factor.
Think
It's
of-
like it dictates the narrative of your life. No.
Right.
Oh.
It's just another phase. It's
Right.
another chapter. It's
Right.
like,
Think of
yeah.
it as like that 9 to 5 is investing into your future.
That 9 to 5 helped me take
Right.
care of my child.
Yeah.
Right.
Same.
Exactly.
take care
And that's
of us.
why I can relate to you because like you remind me of like if I could see my mom at a younger age before I was even born and type shit. That's how I can see with you because like you're going towards a similar path that my mom went towards, and my mom is also a widow, and like
Sorry.
like I'm the youngest. I'm the youngest of 6, 3 boys, 3 girls, and all that shit. And like my mom and my dad already met each other. They already had a kid. My mom already had my oldest sister. My dad already had his my oldest brother, and then they met and they had the rest of us, and that's how we came about.
Yeah.
And then my dad passed when I was 25. I didn't even know him until I was 7 because he worked overseas in Saudi Arabia doing oil and gas, petroleum engineering. So I didn't even know him until I was 7. And then like by the time I was like 10, 11, he had a stroke and he's paralyzed on his right side. And then he
Sorry.
eventually passes when I'm 25. So nonetheless, though, the whole point of the fact of the matter is that my mom, who is also a widow, still has to be that breadwinner all the way until my dad passed. To be that woman, be that breadwinner, be that
And I guarantee you,
and
she
all
did
that
that
shit.
for you.
exactly,
y'all.
and that's why I could see the bigger picture of that. But at the same time, I know that since my mom's been widow, I know firsthand my mom would never get with another man, let alone like all that shit, because of what she had to do from my dad's standpoint to hold down the family and everything and step up. That she would never even betray my dad, who's been passed for about almost 8 years now. She will never step out on him and start a new life with another man because she feels obligated towards that role.
What is your take on that?
Well, me being the youngest, I have to be there for her. So, like any woman that
No, I
dates
mean about
me,
her. Are you saying that that's her? Like she's voiced that's what her plan is? Like what? How do you feel about
everything
that?
that I'm about to say right now coordinates with my view take on it. Is that as the youngest in our household, is that the youngest has to step up and be there for the grandma, like the widow mom, all that. So like any girl that gets with me has to take my mom with me, like by default. Like I'm not like me and her stay in our family home together. I had to step up and start paying extra bills. We were just at my mom's place, at my place before we came here. Like I'm not leaving that house unless I could afford to take care of my mom with wherever woman I stay with. Like it's a package deal. You come with, it's not just me, it's me and my mom. Like it comes with us. Like it's our cultural thing. It's like we don't believe in nursery homes. Like nah, like, someone's gonna have to step up. One of the kids are
it's
gonna have to
family.
step
That's-
up. Yeah, it's family shit.
what you do.
So like that's my duty. So I've taken that duty. Like since my dad passed, I took that duty. I took that mantle from that day forward, and organically because I'm the baby, I'm supposed to do that. So
And that's common.
I've accepted that fate. So that's why when it comes to her and everything she's done for our house and everything else, I, as an exception, like I can't put myself in a more general scale towards how most other men should do things, because I'm the exception, because I have to do that for her. So like it's a package deal for me. Any woman that takes me, that wants to be with me, has to be okay with, I'm bringing my mom with me. So most women are okay with that.
I mean,
most women are okay with that.
I wish I could say the same about my mom.
Yeah,
No, but
he's the
I'd probably
oldest,
be the same
but
way.
like, he's the oldest guy. He's the second oldest, but the oldest guy in his family. It's different. It's different.
I mean,
I'm not the youngest.
it wouldn't
I'm
be
the second youngest. So
it wouldn't be different if I got along with my mom. I don't really get along with my mom like that.
Like,
You know
here's
what
the
I'm
thing.
saying?
I don't
That's
get
tough. I
along
don't
with
get
my
along with
mom.
my dad.
I
though,
don't
so
get along with my mom, but I got along with my dad the more than I got along with my mom. But I don't get along with my mom to this day, even though she's the widow one and my dad passed.
But you love her.
But I'm the baby. I'm the baby.
I'm just
I
okay,
love her,
so-
but I'm also the baby.
Look, I'm just now
So I have to.
I'm just now getting along with my dad. Like me and my dad started to really get cool again. But there was a good long stretch where I didn't get along with my mom, my dad. I barely got along with any sibling. I'm the black sheep of the family.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I am the black sheep.
So our
So-
moms, like, our moms aren't like biologically cousins, but they went to school together.
Okay.
So like it's like family friends. Like when we come
I
from the
believe
same
that
country, the same type of village. Yeah,
Sometimes family you choose is
yeah.
better
So we're
than
cousins by
the
that
family
way.
you share blood with.
We're
So
Yeah, I have a saying, right? I said, oh, well, not I said, but it's not even my saying. Disregard that. But this is a saying that's been
just
told
wanted
by
to say
me. I know, right? No, this is a saying. This is a saying that's been told to me over the years. I can choose my friends, but I can't choose my family, right? So
yeah,
you
that's
come into
facts.
this world with people that are already connected to you, not by your choice, which means technically you don't have to rock with your family if you don't want to. If you feel like your family's
yeah.
on
I
some
ain't choose to be blood with this nigga.
if your family, if some of your family members are on some bullshit, on some crash dummy shit, then you don't have to rock with that. You know what I mean? You don't, just because they're your brother or your sister or your mom or your dad or your auntie, uncle, cousin, doesn't matter. You do not have to rock with them because, quite frankly, you didn't have a choice when you came into this world. They were already connected to you. Now, same thing, obviously applies with your friends, but
Yeah,
reason why that saying is I can choose my friends, but I can't choose my family, because we have the choice to weed out the trash with friends, right? We have a choice from the jump. Do I want to rock with this person and give this person the benefit of the doubt moving forward, or do I not want to? We have that fork in the road opportunity. With family, we don't. We come into this world, oh, I got a brother. Oh, I'm a single child, and my mom deciding to have another child. Oh, okay. Like, okay,
Yeah.
they're connected to me, I
sounds
guess.
all right.
You know what I'm saying?
That is
Sounds
So,
all
right.
so I guess the premise, the origin, the root of that saying is, just you don't have to rock with someone just because of a title, basically, in your family. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to rock with because right now, like I said,
You can't pick and
Me-
choose your fam.
yeah, me and my fam are, I mean, for the most
I've
part,
seen it firsthand.
Yeah.
with his little sister.
Yeah. I don't really
With
get
his
along
little
with my
sister.
younger
Would they be
sister,
doing you wrong
my
or something?
brother.
Yeah, because like his little sister Theo, she was at Cameron and Navia's graduation.
Yeah,
I-
she was
I
probably
get-
she was throwed or on it or something.
I'm not
I
gonna
don't know.
lie. I'm not gonna lie. His little sister is like a super entitled brat type of individual.
Yes.
like she is. She's like privileged, entitled brat.
I'm gonna be real.
high
Like,
horse.
I mean, yeah.
Like she's
Yeah.
super
I
entitled.
mean,
like she
yeah.
like if you don't worship the ground that she cries on, that she walks on, then you're the op.
Man,
By
stop
default.
playing.
Yeah, that's how she is.
Bro.
Like,
Stop playing.
if you're not like, oh my god, you look so beautiful.
She has
I
the
can't- I'm so
perfect-
happy to see you. Oh my god, what you up to? Like if you don't kiss her ass, then she's gonna see you as an op.
she has
By
the
default. His little
perfect-
sister.
She has the perfect recipe for a female to be single when she's 38 and has a bunch of pets.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
her recipe
That's
right
fucked
now.
up.
yeah.
And I already
She's
see
in
it.
her prime right now, so that's why she's just like in the ambiance and all
I already
that.
see it coming.
She expects everyone to
Unless
kiss
she
her
changes. Unless she changes. Now everybody is
Ass. Like,
susceptible to
she's in her-
change.
She's
Right.
like in her early, like she's like mid-20s. And
She's
like,
on fire right now. She's
her
off the
body's
chain
on point.
right now.
She's pretty, no kids, like all that.
Nobody
shit.
can tell her shit.
Like high
right
value
now.
job, like she's making a lot of money and all that shit.
Oh yeah.
And but
She's live at
but,
5 right
her
now.
shit don't stink. Like like you can't
Right.
tell her nothing.
Yeah,
Like,
you know.
Does she need to buy a house?
Some shit.
Hey.
On some shit.
Hey, you know
On
what
some
though?
shit.
Oh no, hold on though.
some shit.
On some
some
real ones
shit.
shit though.
You would know,
She makes-
cuz
She makes
she's
six figures.
Yeah, on some
I
shit.
kid you not. She's balling out
Like
of
she's
control.
hanging
and
with Gina
do you
Brothers
wanna do that for
with
her,
my
though?
sisters.
Huh?
Yeah.
Do you want to do that for her though?
I mean, look.
it
Hey.
sounds like you don't. You're like, man, nah. Hell
Hey.
no.
Nah, but look, if
Hey.
you, because she doesn't know how to like really
Yeah,
properly
she's not
invest her
good.
money.
She's not good with
So,
managing
hey,
her money.
a property-
Houston is it?
Hey, a property.
Yeah. Exactly. If she's
put-
gonna
getting
spend-
yourself some
if
home
she's gonna be
equity.
blowing her money, at least blowing her money towards a good
Yeah.
cause, like
Yeah.
buying
Right.
the property through the
Putting
home.
your
But you
getting.
can literally lead the horse to the lake and everything.
Yeah,
she
but they
might
won't
not-
drink out
yeah,
the
she might
well.
not
I
drink
know,
out the
I
well.
know, I
Dio?
know that saying too.
Yeah.
Dio, hit your girl up over here.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Realtor extraordinaire.
There you go.
know what I'm
Dio.
saying?
There you go, Dio.
You can start by investing your money properly, your 6-figure salary money.
Yeah.
You can start by putting it into a home and creating some home equity for yourself,
Wisdom talk.
right? Hey, and then that's a loophole, low key. You could take that home equity loan and put it into something else. So you don't want to go there.
Yeah,
with it.
W sludge. WIT sludge.
You don't want to go. You
Paul.
don't want to talk finance
W
right now.
Paul.
do you?
All right, I don't know if she's gonna hit me up. I can't tell.
No, this is
Hey,
free.
hey,
These are shots
Hold
or
on, hold
not.
on. No. This is no. I'm big upping you. I'm glorifying
No,
you.
the only way she's gonna hit you up is if she goes to my sisters, like Beverly and Jean.
Nah,
'cause
yeah.
She loves Beverly and Jean and
Yeah.
Brandon and Terry and Ernie.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
she loves his cousins, my brothers and my sisters, and our mutual cousins because we're all family.
Well, you got a
So-
big ass family, bro.
Yeah,
I swear to
exactly.
God, you
Yeah,
confuse me
exactly,
sometimes on
exactly.
these stories, dog.
Interconnected.
His
Exactly.
cousins,
So
brother,
like,
sister,
there's
I'll be
some
like, huh?
people that she would 100% jump on board with that is mutually fuck with us. That through you, like everything will be fine. So
I'm
yeah,
here.
exactly.
I'm-
That's
Yeah.
all.
Like,
plan
bring the
matters.
money.
Okay.
Just bring
Yeah.
the money.
Yeah.
Just come on.
So while we've been doing this whole real estate side, apparently you're also an artist. Like
Well,
you
retired,
Oh,
retired,
yeah.
retired.
Oh, like
What you mean
sing.
artist?
I would love.
Yeah, exactly. Because we're the musical side. Me and Beast.
Yeah.
You see our LMT Chains Legendary
Yeah.
Music Team. That's our whole LLC. We're officially an independent label, Legendary Music Team. I'm the head music director. He's the photographer, videographer. So
So you told them about the.
No, I
old
didn't get in depth
Oh,
with
okay.
it.
No,
No, I was waiting. No, I was
That's what I'm
waiting for
saying,
you.
like, what type of
Hold on,
This
hold
is
on.
the opportunity of
Yeah,
opportunity.
I was waiting on you
Yeah,
to get here
exactly.
before we unpack
So
that.
like, so
You know what
now
I'm
we're
saying?
about. This is our segue into the more musical side of things.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
And
we
then
got
I
an
want,
hour
there's
left.
a few other points
We
I
still
want.
got
I
an
want
hour left. Look
yeah,
at the
yeah.
time.
I want to
Yeah.
get your perspective on some other, important
Can
topics.
we do
This
the
is not
music
no-
first,
Yeah, there
and
was
then
some-
we could do the more important topic?
Whenever you shared about your personal life and stuff like that, I felt like it tied into what you had said that you were kind of wanting to touch on, considering the month that we're in and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
Well,
we
when
can
you
get
talk about the month that
we
we're
can
in,
get to it.
Yeah. I think, did you bring that up to me or was that somebody else? I don't
it's
remember.
the month that we're in because it's like a certain month that is dedicated towards
Yeah,
a
yeah.
certain group of people,
Yeah.
like Pride.
Right.
No.
No, it wasn't you. I think
Why
it
you
might have
gotta
been
make
you
it
on
was
the
me.
phone.
You
I think it
and
was
I
on the
had that
phone.
conversation.
Yeah, because
You
I don't know.
see what I
I'm
was
getting
gonna
like
get at? I was gonna-
correlated.
Because
I was gonna start
I'm
snapping about that
Yeah.
month. I was gonna start snapping because, like, okay, so long
Aren't
story
they
short,
banned?
Huh?
I'm
What?
like, aren't they banned in like some area or something like that?
yes, exactly.
okay. Well,
So-
I was referring to men's
She was
mental health.
mental health.
Oh yeah, we was talking about.
Oh
that
yeah,
shit.
yeah. No, I like. He did bring up the fact that you are a support, you're an advocate towards mental
Well,
health.
I wouldn't say.
And
she's very
I'm
like
You're an
passionate.
advocate.
I'm passionate about it.
Well, advocate and
And
passionate is similar because, like, it means when I say you're an advocate, as in you're a supporter
Yes.
of concerning on behalf of men's and
Yes.
mental health.
Well, not
So that
all
means they're an
mental health, but
advocate. And you see it like in a more general scale, like mental health in general, men and women's mental health. It's not just like women's mental health or just men's mental health, but
correct
mental health.
altogether.
So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead. You
but,
could,
well-
that was my
We can
Yeah.
do that now, or I know
Right
you were
now,
trying to talk
right
about
now.
the LMT and
No,
you
no,
know,
no,
wanna
no.
talk about the
whole
old
point,
days.
the whole point. I was trying to open a segue, like open a tangent. Like I was trying to prompt.
Oh, we can do
Yeah,
that.
I was using that as a prompt towards you to further elaborate.
I told
on
you
it.
I might cry. We can save that for the end.
No, no, no. Let's do it right now, and then we can go more.
Wait,
towards
hold
the
on.
bro-
Wait. No. Hold on. No, because we got to save the heavy shit for later.
Okay,
'cause,
okay.
She might get real
So
emotional,
you
and then,
wanna-
you know.
You want me
but-
to do the more broader scale shit?
No, let's start with music because we kind
broader
of
scale.
organically went that direction. So let's.
yeah.
Okay.
So yes,
LMT. Yeah, go ahead.
artist. I wouldn't call myself an artist. I like to write poetry, songs, short stories. I've been doing it since I was a kid. When I was little, I lost my dad too. He was 24, so younger than me.
Your dad was 24.
Wow.
My dad passed from leukemia. He was 24 years old.
Damn.
So my mom was also left in a similar position that you mentioned your mom was, I am, and a lot of people, you know, find themselves in. And she was left with kids, and it was really hard. More other things happened after. I actually had a baby sister who had passed a year after my dad, and it was just a lot for me. It was a lot for everybody involved, you know, but that was my outlet. You know, that was my way of coping with the feelings that I was having at such a young age. You know, what am I supposed to do with that?
Right.
So I've written since I can remember, and I actually saved about 90% of anything that I've written.
That's dope.
That's good.
That's dope as fuck.
And actually,
you
I
still
wanna-
got that stuff from back then to
Yes.
this day? Oh my
Yes.
god.
I have a
I
container
wish.
under my bed where I have everything, and it's ironic because it was something that Mario and I had talked about, and he was like, you know, you should do something with them, you know, put them together, put them in a book, let other people read this. You know, you don't know if there are other people that are feeling what you felt or went through
Yeah.
the same things that you went through.
Yeah.
You know, whether
You
I'm
never
good,
know.
whether I'm good or not, or you know, this I'm
Exactly.
talented or not, or you know, it was something that again
It's bigger than you.
he planted that seed, and
Yeah.
so that's something that you know I've have in
Man.
the works. But writing, and then singing. You know, I'd go in the laundry room or the kitchen, or you know,
Yeah, that's
wherever
where
it
it starts.
echoes. You know,
That's where it starts. That's
The
where it
shower.
starts.
record myself.
For me, it was dancing. Same thing. It was just like more like an environment that like surround sound type of bass environment that you could feel off of, and you could like captivate off of the feel. Like it's like a coliseum type of like aesthetic,
Right.
where like you could feel off of that shit. It like resonates for you. Like you automatically feel more obligated because you're in that type of environment.
Right.
That's secular.
It's
And
the
it's like-
acoustics of
yeah,
the
the
of the
acoustics
walls
of
in the
it,
room
yeah.
and the reverberation
Exactly,
that kind of like
reverb,
it gives you like
reverb.
a
Yeah,
yeah
big
it gives you
time.
like a performance type of
Yeah.
vibe.
And,
You know
like,
what I
you
mean?
And
feel
anybody who-
obligated to do what you got to do within it.
Yeah.
it's healing.
Yeah,
I mean, I
yeah.
don't know if it's
That's
everybody's
what it was
thing,
for
but
dancing for me. Like how you bring up the whole aspect of like how you relate towards me. It all started with dancing. I'm not even here with the platform that I have right now as the co-host to my cousin and doing all this shit if it wasn't for dancing. Like, and the whole relationship from my dad having a stroke to eventually passing towards my mom having to step up and everything, the way I could communicate towards the masses was just musically. It was just through movement. And it's like, that was my echo chamber of volume where I could speak to people. It's just like connecting through movement.
I think
Expression,
I think a lot of us have outlets where we can, you know, express ourselves. For me, it was music. You know, I've been into music for a long time. I play multiple instruments. I can rap, I can harmonize, I got records out there. I've worked with all sorts of different people from all different levels, big
Same.
names, small, local.
Exactly.
Like
I'm one of the
in
small. Ugh.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that's a good segue
You
into
know.
what I wanted to bring up with you. So yeah, for those that don't know,
Yeah, us too.
all of y'all.
And Wisdom Talk podcast.
Me and Miss Christine Ashley over here, we have music history. We used to, so
Sometimes
remember-
I go on there and I type my name in there and I'll listen to my stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Okay.
there's
She's
only
not an
one.
artist. You're
that I'm
definitely an
there.
artist then.
Yeah. Well,
It's because we know,
yeah,
we
we
know.
Oh.
yeah.
We've I've signed artists, all sorts of shit.
Well,
We've been
see,
through
so the
all
way,
sorts of shit.
do you remember how we met? Like, because it was under the premise of music, for the most part. I remember
Yes.
I met you like in passing with a group of people, but then for us to really connect, it was like, oh, she's trying to like do some music.
Was I doing karaoke or something? Because if you know me, if anybody that is my close family or friends, you've probably heard or seen me do karaoke. Like so. What was I doing?
No, you weren't
Okay.
doing karaoke. I think it was me, it was Eddie, it was you, and then maybe a few other people, and then the guy you were talking to at the time. You want to name drop him?
No.
no.
You see her expression when you say it.
I saw the body language.
No.
I saw the body language.
Yeah,
that
don't bring
says
it up.
shit.
Those
Don't
of
bring it up.
You just
Hold on.
started to resemble that guy. You just started to resonate.
Those of you that know,
It's just like,
those of you that know,
It's-
you know. If you know, you know. The I,
Yeah. Let's keep it
IYK,
like that. Let's keep it
IYK.
like that.
You know what I'm saying?
If you know, you
but
know.
yeah.
IYK.
IYK, YK,
Yeah.
yeah, whatever the heck, whatever.
IYK.
So
Yeah, you know,
we
so-
found
so-
a common.
We found
you
a
know,
common ground.
Yeah, music.
And you remember, like, I remember during that time for me, I was like into producing. I was already
Yes.
I was already making beats and I was already like recording songs and stuff with people. I was already doing that. But I remember when you used to come by, she used to be consistent, bro. Like, I'm telling you, like, she used to hit me up and be like, hey, so like, when can you like get in the studio?
I'd bring like a notebook
Yeah.
with my writings in
Yo.
it.
That reminds
She-
me of Sammy.
Yo.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
like I manage.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like
Bro.
some of my artists will like come prepared with a notepad full of fucking bars.
Bro, that's exactly what I do.
and then even him sometimes, because even though I didn't manage him, we're the same team. But like I was a music manager for other up and coming artists.
Right.
And like whenever I book my studio sessions, I'll book the studio session like 12 hours.
Yeah.
And like I'm running the studio. I'm
Yeah,
the
we would be
engineer.
doing that
But
for hours.
but she used to come through
Oh.
and she would come through and it would be like on the spot stuff. Like we wouldn't have anything planned. She wouldn't have any writtens, nothing, like no
Okay,
riffs,
that's the
nothing.
difference.
She would
That's
literally,
the difference.
it was like literally, and I think it,
Write it on the fly, right?
Right. So I think I've always wanted to say this to you about that era in my music journey at the time. Like that moment or those moments, that time period it really like helped me get to that next level, like elevate my game a little
And that's
bit.
how I felt because I know that you said
'Cause-
you were just getting into
Yeah.
producing.
Well, I was already producing, but
Okay.
Like
I think
engineering, actually
no, I was
recording.
already engineering. I was already recording. I was already doing records and all that. But I was in the very beginning stages of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you coming over with nothing, and we literally just create records right then
Right
and
there
there.
on the fly?
That added an extra element of skill set to me
Yeah.
that I
You
never
see,
really.
That's crazy because like me and Beats, like we literally had to do that on the fly.
Yeah, because I never was like
Yeah.
that. It would be for me whenever I did records or made beats. It was like already kind of prematurely
Preset.
planned in my mind.
Preset.
Yeah, or
Or
someone
the
would-
artist already preset.
or we had ideas. We brainstormed
Yeah.
like for a record or for a song or whatever.
Exactly.
Like we would have brainstorm ideas like, all right, let's do the hook like this, or we're gonna write about this, or this
That's
is gonna be
crazy.
the subject.
We
or
never
whatever.
had that shit, Beats.
Like,
Oh no,
we never had.
We already
went
came in with the beat
unconventional.
like
ready
that.
to go.
We were just unconventional,
Think
ready
about
to
this.
go, bro.
What?
But it's like crazy to see two different worlds because like the way we did it with LMT and everything,
Right.
We just spitballing, ready to go.
See, I never
Like,
really
there
did
was
that.
no professionalism
Right.
aspect.
So
of it.
I never really did that until she started getting in the mix.
Yeah,
with me,
so
'cause
like your experience with her,
It was
Yes.
our
therapeutic for me.
experience-
I
yeah.
didn't really expect it to go anywhere or anything that come from it. It was
Right.
it was more therapeutic for me. You know, I was going through
That's how
stuff
it
with my
was with
daughter's
Sarah.
father at the time, and so that was kind of like a little escape. You know, like,
Okay.
hey, I'm having.
That's how it was with Sarah.
I would hit you up because I'd be having like a hard time, you know, with him, and I'm like, man, I want to, you know, get away and grab my notebook and
Right.
go make something.
Yeah, there would be times, I ain't gonna lie, there was times that you came over and I'd be like, my brain would be stumped. I'd be like, damn, like we literally, I don't know where to go with this right now.
I had a
Not
female-
because of you, because it was just so like, you were so consistent with it, and I wasn't used to working with a blank sheet of paper all the time when you come in. So I'd be like, damn, what are we gonna do?
I had a female artist like that too, like where, like she was also a single mom and everything else, and like wherever she was going through at the moment, like she'll want to make a song off of
Yeah.
that shit, and then like
That's
she'll
how you
just
do
come
it.
off of that, and I'm like, I got a studio session this coming weekend. You got a song? All right, bet, pull up with that song.
Right.
I don't even know what the song's gonna be about, and then she pulls up with the song.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got the engineer and everything.
Right.
And then like she starts the song, even though it's raw. She starts the song, and then like me and the engineer like,
It's on fire.
it's like, hey, I ain't gonna lie, dog.
Right.
We gonna have to make this shit. We gonna have to dedicate this session for her because like this is some shit. Right
I remember
here.
one time I was working on an album with my ex roommate at the time, and and I remember one time. Hold on. We already had the song made. I already made the beat, everything, but we needed a hook, and we
Yeah.
couldn't find somebody. So I remember he tried to do the hook before you did it, and it just wasn't coming out right. So I was like, damn. We're like, damn. Who can we get to like sing? So I remember one time you came over, and I was like, hey, like I got this song for this hook. I already got the words written. I just need you to sing it.
Yeah.
And you're kind of thrown back a little bit. I remember you're like, okay.
I was like, are people gonna hear this? Like,
Yeah, oh yeah, it's getting out there.
What,
oh yeah.
What type of lyrics? Like what type of lyrics? Like did you have to say, or like for what type of song was it?
for his song?
Yeah. So do you know the song "Deliverance" by Bubba Sparks, by the rapper Bubba Sparks? Yeah, shit, I should play it right now on my phone. But there's a song called "Deliverance" by Bubba Sparks. The beat that I made was very similar to that, but it was like my own version
What
of
type
it.
of genre? Like
Yeah, hip hop.
It's
Hip hop.
hip-hop, okay.
Yeah. So it was me and my homie at the time. We were making a song, right? A hip hop song, and the beat had like a good like guitar riff in it. Had some nice hard hitting drums in it. You know what I'm saying? And it was a dope beat. You know what I'm saying? And
It was out of my element, but again, I was
Yeah.
happy to help.
yeah.
'Cause I'm
And-
like,
and-
is she or like what type of music would you like prefer? Like R&B or would you do?
she's
hip-hop as
R&B. She's like a
I kind of already told him this.
Oh, I was like, does
Like,
can
wait.
you see it on me? Like, can you hear it in my voice?
Shut up, Horton, bro. You
Yeah,
know
the voice.
Not you, man.
God damn it, like a 2000s R&B, like a Aaliyah.
Aaliyah.
Don't.
Oh.
No, that's
So
too
no,
much.
not
Hold on.
People are gonna Google my name and find it.
Maya.
No. I
They're
said,
gonna,
I told him.
they're gonna
I
find
told-
me and
you know,
roast me for this.
No,
Like
no.
Brandy,
No, I told him like
Monica.
no. I told him the
Are
first
you
thing I
naming
told
drinks? I'm playing.
the first thing I told him was
Erica. What? Go ahead,
Oh, my
go
God.
ahead. My bad,
I'm trying to
Go
say
ahead,
it.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
the
Let me
the,
take a drink. Let me take a drink.
the first artist that I said was SZA, like that type.
SZA.
Like SZA.
Like a Hispanic SZA.
Like Alana Baraz. Alana Baraz,
Hispanic
SZA.
SZA.
You know what
I'm
I'm
not
saying?
saying this in a bad
That
way, but
type.
really?
Like the soft.
Okay.
Yeah, like the soft.
I'm with you. Really?
Nah, like the soft R&B, like smooth, you know, calm.
Like it's just one
Yeah.
thing that got me tripping.
What?
Hey Marie,
no.
Is this what
Hell
did-
no.
me like Cassie, me
I
and
just need to
you,
hear it. This
Did you
nigga
ever? Did you
throwing
ever
out
hear me?
names.
Did you ever hear me?
or
rap?
Alicia Keys. Some
Hold
people want it all,
No.
but some just want
I
to
can hear that from
all.
you. I can hear that from
I'm
you.
not. Don't put me on the spot.
I can hear that from
Then-
you.
No.
Anything means nothing.
I can see that though.
ain't got you.
You know, my favorite songs to do for karaoke is actually "Love Is a Battlefield" by Pat Benatar, and then but
And?
You
and,
just went 90s. Okay,
which
she's
one?
a 90s R&B.
no.
90s.
So I was gonna
that
like
was
some Michael
90s.
Jackson.
I think it's just because I
No,
have
no,
those
no, no,
songs
90s
memorized
R&B
from my mom.
Yeah.
Like Shaka Khan.
No.
Shaka,
Shaka Khan's too strong, bro.
okay,
Like,
okay,
that's
okay.
too-
I'll even do
Baby,
"Zombie"
if
by the
you want
Cranberries.
me to. Shaba.
Who?
Baby, if you want me to, I
No.
can give you that.
just stop. Just
Yeah,
take a
yeah, I was about to say the
sip.
same
Take
thing.
a sip.
Hold on, just stop,
What were you saying?
Them drinks are starting to
Yeah.
settle.
Is big time. It is.
You want some water? I got you.
The girls always roast me. The girls always be roasting me, man.
No, because you be
That's
you be
like the
turning
one
up,
that
bro.
legend
Sometimes.
brought. It was like, who hurt you? She hit me
Oh
with
yeah,
that.
bad.
So we had a female guest on here on episodes
Oh,
prior.
You need a hug.
and she was
Yeah,
asking
you
him.
need a hug. That's what
She
it
was like real focused on him because like he was like doing him, and she was like, did somebody hurt you? Do you need a hug?
Oh, that shit was funny.
And he was like
Well,
kind
he
of taking
opened up about it a little bit. We could talk about it later.
All right. She's here
Hey,
for the
I
mental
will
health.
trauma bond with
We got,
you.
Yeah,
we
hey,
got
hey,
She's here for
45
the mental
minutes.
health, bro.
So
Right.
it might be possible. But nah, nonetheless, though, it's just the whole fact that I know that.
But thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Everything you were throwing out was kind of like a compliment. I don't
Yeah,
think I'm that
yeah.
great, but it's a passion of mine.
I appreciate her
Look.
for that.
I told her
What's the one that resembles her the most, though?
who?
I was
you're
guessing.
asking?
I was
Oh,
guessing.
you're
I was-
guessing.
I was missing.
I said SZA.
every
It's like
guess.
SZA, Ella
SZA.
May, like Alana Baraz
Ella
type.
Well, you haven't heard me for a while. I mean, I haven't.
I haven't.
She's
I
like,
kept
leveled
Like
up.
Selena?
I
Leveled
kept
up, bro.
no,
Like Beady Beady Bomo?
no.
No.
I kept consistent with
nigga
writing,
trolling.
but
Okay. Wait.
and I've recorded
Okay.
some
Oh,
things because I know on one Christmas I got a bunch of gear, a piano, I have a guitar, and then whatever I'm supposed to hook
can
up,
play
and
piano.
I was recording. I
You
can't
can't-
play.
Oh,
I can't play. I can't
shit.
play any instrument actually, and I have recordings in my phone where I
So
would
you
use
can
my
sing,
phone.
but you can't play an instrument?
I'm sorry.
She's just like Victoria Justice.
There's a
man.
lot of people that can
It's-
sing that
it's-
can't play
bro.
instruments.
Yeah,
bro.
my sister. My sister.
Sorry.
Two of my three sisters.
You want
that
me
can
to
sing
leave? I'm sorry.
Cannot play instruments for shit.
Yo.
I was trying to
Two
teach
of my
myself
three
the
sisters.
guitar.
Yeah.
But it's like the only reason why I could sing a little bit is because I could play instruments, multiple instruments.
I'll play like the same strings to help me get down my songs, like and get it
Piano,
out.
xylophone, drums. I play all three. Piano. Shut up. No, the
Bro.
whole point is that
That's hilarious.
that's why I could like sing a little. Like even me knowing those three different instruments, I could barely sing.
That's fine. It's
But then
it's
you
awesome
can
that you can play
sing.
an instrument.
True.
I never looked. At
I play an instrument
I
too
never
hard.
looked at it like
I play
that.
an instrument too hard.
I
man.
think
I'm
that-
with you, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm with
I
you,
think
bro.
that me knowing how to play an instrument but I can't sing is don't mean shit.
You're right.
I can harmonize, but I can't.
I
I wouldn't say I
like
can
this
sing.
girl. I like this girl.
She
man.
knows how to handle me.
Yeah,
already.
that's what I'm saying. I like this girl, man.
Anybody who knows how to handle me
shit.
becomes a fan of the show.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right. So yeah.
Go ahead.
Hold on. You said something that you kind of said it.
Christine, go ahead, man.
Hold on.
Sorry.
She said something. Y'all didn't catch it, but I did.
What?
You said something about rap. You can
Oh.
freestyle. You can rap.
I'm out in the
You
back
like
in the
that?
Okay,
day.
now freestyling.
Back in the day.
Oh, back in the
I can
day. Okay.
freestyle.
I thought
Back
you,
in the
hold on.
gap,
Hold on.
bro.
I can
thought-
freestyle right now. Like even
Hold
my
on.
current
Hold on.
state,
Hold on. I
can
thought you
freestyle
meant.
and
I
spit
thought you
some
meant like
crazy bars.
recent. Like.
No.
Okay. I was
Okay.
gonna
If
say
I, if
that.
I if I wrote it down, I probably wouldn't be able to do it freestyle. But if I wrote it
That
down, I
would
probably
be
could.
That would
Okay.
be
I would
interesting.
sound stupid, but I
Right.
could, and it might be
Okay,
fire.
That would be
Maybe
an
on some
interesting episode.
ghostwriter shit.
That would be an interesting episode of me just like freestyling off the head. Because like I could freestyle.
Maybe
I
for
could freestyle
episode
too.
43, since this one's 42.
Oh,
Is it we're
Yes,
42.
we went through this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
43.
We are 40. Yeah.
I'm gonna freestyle.
Hey, y'all,
You
don't-
almost-
Hey,
don't-
almost took
episode
them off
43.
and everything. That's what you said.
Episode 43, I'm about to freestyle off the top of my head because I could just do that off
Hey,
the whim. You
Hey,
know,
we
I
could.
could
I
just-
could. Hey, we might have to have a little freestyle session in the intro of the next
Y'all,
episode.
y'all
man.
know I can
Uh-oh.
freestyle.
We-
Like,
Yeah, we could.
I-
You
I-
come up with the beat and everything, man. You know, we'll
I
talk
gotta
about
come
it
up
and
with the
everything.
beat?
Hey.
No.
Okay, I'm
no.
about to say I don't
We got the beat maker right here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let Gianni,
Yeah.
let cousin,
Man,
let my cousin come up with the beat.
I remember, and that's speaking of coming up with the beat. I remember when you used to come by and like I used to just make beats on the spot. Then you would sit there and kind of
Listen
vibe
to
to it,
it,
listen to
then-
it. Man, those campfire sessions are always the best sessions, bro. Like
You
I love that
remember?
shit.
You remember when I
like-
used to do the same shit with Galax?
Oh yeah.
Like, cause like we used to do the same shit with our label, with
Yeah.
the LMT thing, because
Right.
I have a producer.
Yeah,
So like we had our producer come up with the beats. I'll be in the studio. I booked the studio session, and like he might already have an idea, but then like we still have the studios for like 8 to 12 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So like even though someone can have the idea of making a song, but idea and song can only take so many hours.
Right.
And you still have that extra time to just like bullshit.
Right.
And like,
When
it
she
just reminds me of that.
when she used to come by, she used to be there for hours, bro. We used to
If I could make a living
it's like Sarah.
off of my writing or
She's like Sarah.
singing or something,
Yeah.
I would in a heartbeat. That would be my dream.
She's gonna come out of retirement. I'm telling you,
You
it's
You know,
gonna happen.
you know what help
She-
you? You know what help you is that you start doing
Money?
bilingual.
Money. Money.
I wish I was bilingual. I can
that's what I'm
understand
saying.
some.
That helps
That would be awesome.
because like
Yeah.
like just me from the management side is that one of the artists that I managed, the only reason why I was managing him was because he could speak English and Spanish. Like he could go back and forth with reggaeton and English rap. So like I was considering managing him, but like we worked together at Costco and he wasn't taking it seriously. But it was like I brought him to the studio one time, and then like he started like and the one time I brought him to the studio, he brought the English, and then he threw in the Spanish midway through his English, and like I was like, whoa, this is different. Like in a city like Houston to bring like this bilingual reggaeton rap English shit, I was like, we could really generate some shit. So it's like if you know Spanish, make that shit like go full Selena, beating bomb in that shit. Like make the English and the Spanish songs. Like, go full throttle, like gasolina in that bitch. Dog. You gotta go wherever. Fuck. If I was the motherfucker that was bilingual, I'm gonna be making
it
English
would only
and
make
Spanish version of every song.
Right. It would only make sense to do both.
yeah,
Why not?
bro,
Why
what
would
the
you not?
fuck?
At least if you're a real artist or a musician,
What?
you would want to try and tamper with both and try and make different
So
records.
I'm like a full advocate towards that. Like if I find any Spanish artist, yo hablo español pero poquito, solo poquito. You know, I
oh,
only,
yo habla
I only
español muy
speak-
piquito.
Yeah. I only speak a little Spanish, but I know enough Spanish where like I can get in where I can fit in.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you got someone that can speak fluent English and Spanish that is like passionate about music, do both.
It's helpful.
Do both. Do both.
My career, it would be helpful too.
exactly.
yeah.
It's
Do
helpful,
both.
period.
Exactly. Do
Right.
both. Do both. That's what Cardi B. That's why Cardi B is where she is now. Is because she does both. She
Yeah.
does both.
What is she,
100%.
Dominican or something?
She's She's from
She
New
can
York,
speak Spanish?
but she's Dominican.
She can
She's
speak
Dominican.
Spanish?
Yeah, but
I
she's
didn't know
from
that.
I
New
didn't
York.
know she could speak Spanish
She's
like that. I know she knew a
she's
little bit,
fluent
but I
in
didn't know
both.
all of it.
She's fluent in
Yeah.
both. She's Dominican, but she was born and raised in New York, but she's Dominican, so she's
makes
still
sense.
Spanish. So she could do both.
She sounds like she got that
Yeah,
Hispanic
so
twang in the back of
That's
her
why,
throat,
like, she dabbles in the reggaeton region and the hip hop region. She eats off of both ranges.
I was
Because,
like, I
but
just
then,
wanted to,
she can sound like the ratchet Hispanic version of that. Yeah,
I just,
exactly.
I don't like these hating ass bitches,
Yeah, I agree.
I just wanted to,
She was annoying as fucking English, but then she could do the same shit in Spanish.
Yeah, right.
So it's like, she's a W. She's a W, bro.
I mean, from a business standpoint,
Yeah,
sure.
it's business, bro.
But she's not a W though.
No. Actuality,
You know
no,
what I'm saying?
no.
We don't. You
Yeah.
know. I like artists that
Yes.
are gonna come out of retirement like Christine Ashley over here. These are the type
Exactly.
of artists I like.
Speaking of a type of artist like Christine Ashley, is
Wink,
that
hint.
has like
I wish
you
I'd have-
being in real estate and also being an artist that can sing and stuff. Has that affected your dating market?
Which one?
Dating market, like
Dating.
Oh, okay.
your options of men.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So okay.
Go ahead.
Great question. Let me
Go ahead.
kind of refine that question.
Thank you.
You being a single mother, right?
Well, it's
You have
still
children.
it's still new.
Still newish,
Yeah.
yeah. But you've brought this to my attention. Since the thing happened, right? You've had people flood your
Oh, yeah.
ish.
What,
Uh-huh.
what,
DMs.
what, what,
And again, and again,
DMs.
what they talking about?
yeah, and
Half
Lust.
I think their intentions are probably well, but some of them are where I need to block them
and
because
I mean, what
they're
happened though? What happened though?
But before you answer that with him, you got to also be careful too, because some guys will show you good intentions, but then behind that wall of intention, there's an
I'm not
agenda.
trying to
There's
see
a real-
anything, so
I know you're not.
yeah.
I know. But I'm just saying, like, you gotta be careful with those types of guys too, because it could come. It seems like good intention, but then behind that door,
Let me
you
stop.
see.
Cuzzo,
You know what I'm saying?
Cuzzo, what's the percentage of the guys that actually have good intentions from the ones that ain't shit?
I don't know.
I can tell you. All right,
Do you
want me
think you
to-
can see those good intentions though?
Yeah, go ahead, Beast. Answer
Yeah,
his
I'm-
question
yeah,
first
you think
because
you can see those good
it's helping.
intentions?
lead
I'm
up
being
to my
nice when I
point.
say that. You know, it's been last month was a year.
Yeah.
So it was actually, I want to say it was just like a few months after, not even, you know, where I was getting messages and stuff like that. Some people I knew, some people I didn't. But some of them were gross. You
Why-
know,
Yeah,
why were they
exactly.
sending
like
messages, though?
asking if
Exactly.
I had an OnlyFans or
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
if I was
Sounds
This is
about
the
right.
dark side.
if I was
No,
wanting
I like
somebody,
to hear this. Go ahead. Keep
yeah,
going.
like you know,
This is the dark side that men gotta realize that women go through.
Would you actually get an OnlyFans? You know,
No.
you know you can make so much money
It's
as females
dark.
be doing it and everything.
Yeah, hey,
But I
Beast,
would be-
devil's advocate.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
no, I am a mother before I am anything.
That's what those.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
have-
other females say before they
That
start
is
realizing
true.
Well,
that they
it's
can make
true.
like $50,000.
I can
in,
make-
like, in a
It's
day.
true.
A lot of money in real estate. I'd rather pursue that.
The fact that she's doing both, like she's doing real
Yeah,
estate,
I'm just like playing
and
that
she's
game.
not dabbling with because like a lot of women,
My
OnlyFans is a good substitute for real estate. Like where you're getting that benefit from real estate.
That-
a
I don't
lot
wanna-
of
I don't
women
wanna
end
knock
up
anybody
getting that
who
benefit
chooses
from
to do that.
Right.
OnlyFans, like it's like a functional equivalent, like a financial functional equivalent to you doing real estate is a lot of girls doing OnlyFans.
Yeah.
That's a
But see-
lot of times they're functional equivalent.
But
like
here's the
financially.
right. But see, here's the difference between women like that and women like her.
Yeah.
Women like her,
What's the difference?
there's actually a value here that
Yeah.
a man.
like I said, I don't want to knock
Right.
whoever chooses to do that. But
right,
I have a daughter.
right.
I have kids.
See what I'm saying?
There's a lot that we've
there's girls that also have the same situation. have
but
kids
see,
and stuff.
again, going back
like
to
we've
Oh,
we've
yeah.
all been through a lot in the last year. I've been through a lot, you know, since I was fucking born. It's not even an option. I would be
That's
causing
good.
more harm
Exactly.
than whatever good money could come in. You know,
Your-
if I
your
got a bunch of money
answers-
from it.
The answers that I was trying to get out of you, the answers that you're giving me right now is the reason why I'm pressing it. I'm playing devil's
No, you're
advocate
fine.
Oh yeah,
You're
me
fine.
too.
because like it is like Beast as well. We're playing devil's advocate
No, you are
because
fine.
you're giving the ideal answers that not just like women in similar positions like you, but like the men that are raised by women in similar positions like you need to hear.
Well, not just that, but
So-
like, what would Mario think? You know, like
Right.
what would I think? You
What
know,
would you
what is
think?
my
Right.
daughter gonna think? Like,
Right.
you know, what are my clients gonna think? You know, like
That's good.
for what?
That's good.
See,
It's
that's
not
what
worth
I'm
it to
saying.
me. It's not worth it to me.
Hey,
And that's the morality speaking, and I love that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love.
That's facts.
hey, cause some females be
Yeah.
like, "Hey, my kid's gonna cry in a Ferrari." I was just
Uh-huh.
like, "Come on."
Yeah, there's a little
that's so
crazy.
There's a literal
That's
saying
so
that
crazy.
comes from Fresh and Fit. Like even Marcus is talking about our engineer, how like Fresh and Fit can be a bit sketchy.
Right.
But like Fresh came up with the saying that Beast brought up is like, would you want me to cry in a Honda Civic or a McLaren?
I'd rather this. How about this? I'd
Exactly.
rather my money be clean than dirty. How about that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not all
Because
money.
like they're giving
Not
the
just your money, your
alternative.
conscience.
your conscience.
Exactly.
Yes.
For me,
Exactly.
again,
Yeah.
me personally.
No,
Go
I
ahead,
agree.
go ahead.
I
Go
100%
ahead.
agree.
Y'all cook. Y'all cook.
Yeah.
Because like y'all
Yeah.
get the point that I'm trying to get
Because-
at. So y'all can
Not
No,
all-
I don't
counter
mind
that shit.
giving insight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not all money is good money. First of all, like not all money is good money. Like just because, okay, you got money doing OnlyFans, but I mean, what's the catch-22 with that? The catch-22 is that, okay, look, now we got to look at you. We got to treat you accordingly. You an OnlyFans chick. Should we take you serious?
Right.
Should men like us take you serious? Because you're on OnlyFans,
'Cause-
you're showing your hoo-ha
Okay.
everywhere.
Okay, that's
you're
what I was
doing
gonna
your
go
thing.
because you
Go
know
ahead,
some
please.
females they probably only got an OnlyFans and not promoting all their body and everything like that. So I can kind of see that. But
Yep.
if they're just promoting like I guess feet pics, is that a bad thing?
I've been told my feet
Nah,
are cute.
see,
She might get into it.
here's
That's
the thing.
easy bread right there.
I like the fact that
they
you
might
open
not
that
know
up.
it's you.
I like the way that you open that up. I like the
Yeah.
way that you open that up, Beast, because here's the unfortunate reality of it.
What?
Even though feet pics aren't supposed to be sexual, you're just showing feet.
You're just showing your feet.
Yeah, you're
That's
just
what they
showing your
say.
feet.
That's what
But
they
like,
say.
there's a neurological brain stimulant that is in certain percentage of men that they are stimulated towards feet.
I mean, that's
They
fetish.
are
That's
like,
fetish.
it's a fetish.
That's true.
It's,
Can we
fetish.
talk-
It's like 26%. Like, you know me, I'm a numbers guy.
Right.
So like it's like 20%, 26% of men are stimulated off of that feet factor. So like, even though girls like, I'm just sending feet pics, I'm not a sex worker. I'm not a prostitute. I'm not an e-prostitute. I'm not an electronical prostitute because I'm just selling feet pics.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's on them, if they're stimulated, if they're jacking off to my feet pics, that's on them. But if you know that 26% of men brain wirely are stimulated off of feet, then you're literally enabling them. So it doesn't make it two wrongs don't
I'm
make
gonna
it
just
right.
keep working.
And two wrongs don't make it right.
Hey, that's
my
it.
whole
That's
point,
it.
the reason why I'm
Oh,
so
yeah.
passionate towards this shit is that you to each his own. But as long as you know that what you're doing is not like good, it's like a means to an end.
I mean, where
As
do
long
we?
as you know that what you're
it
doing
goes-
is a means to an end, then you can accept the fact that you're doing more harm than good.
I mean, it goes back to like, okay, where do we
And
draw
that's
the?
where I grow. That's where I come from. My
Right.
whole goody two shoes, traditionalistic ass. I can see good and bad. I just see good and bad. Like,
it goes
it's still
back.
bad.
It goes back to where do we draw the line? Where's the line drawn?
Yeah.
I mean, what are we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And-
where does morality kick in?
And that's
You know what I'm
why
saying?
I still hold men like 70% accountable for all the shit that goes on with our modern society and everything. Like a lot of the shit that women are enabled to do is mostly by men's fetish, mental
Oh yeah.
inadequacy doing that enables them to do that shit. Like the pay pigs and all the other shit.
Well, I wouldn't
all
say
the
mostly
feet
men.
fetish.
I mean,
pay
you
pigs,
can't blame
all
all
the other
men.
shit. Like whereas like dominatrix, like all that shit is like these men really got mental issues.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
They have mental issues, and the women are taking advantage of it. But
Okay,
women
yeah.
should know better to take advantage of these weak men.
I think that's another thing that's like touchy for me, and I don't know if I ever mentioned this to you, and I agreed to be open here.
sure. Hey, listen. This is your.
yeah.
This is
perfect-
your
I think
open
I
platform.
think
We got 28 minutes left. We
yeah,
got
this is.
time.
Yeah, this
I
is.
mean,
your,
another
So-
thing for me is like a reason why, I could never, I was sexually abused as a child. So,
Yeah, that's one of my sisters too. I know. I feel
so
I know.
why would I?
That's
I
why.
couldn't.
That's why. Like a part of me gives the women the benefit of the doubt. That's why I still give the majority of blame on men, because it's like some women went through some fucked up shit while they do fucked up shit to other niggas, but it still doesn't absolve the fact that they do the fucked up shit to other niggas that had nothing
Hey,
to do
but
with
some
what
of
they
them
went through.
Look, some
But
of them put
they went
themselves in
through
that
what they went
position.
through because of a man. Like it was a certain man, but a lot of those times it's men that are close to him. It's like an uncle, stepfather,
Somebody you're supposed to trust.
Someone you're supposed to trust is what does them wrong. But then they project that towards the most men. But then those most men doesn't help the case when they still give off that same vibe that reminds them of that certain person that they're supposed to trust. So it's like a constant battle between the two that I can see both sides of the spectrum.
Yeah.
But at the same time, those women that went through that stuff with that certain group of men, it's a small group of men. It's still a small group of men, and they project that towards the masses.
So I don't
and that's what makes me upset with women.
When I was
is
younger,
that-
I didn't know if it actually was doing any good or not. But now, as an adult, I'm very grateful that my mom had me. Like I saw a therapist. I was in counseling, whether it was the school counselor.
I see in school.
And I feel like
Yeah.
now it helps, and I still to this day I continue to see one. There's been periods in my life where I wasn't seeing one, but especially after the last year, yeah, I want to heal.
The
you
only
know,
time
I
I,
wanna,
good.
the only
Yeah.
time I see it's necessary to see a therapist is if it's something that has to do with like a significant parent, like a mom or dad, and a lack there is of that, or
there could
it's
be many
one of
reasons
them
to
lost.
see a
Yeah, I
therapist.
Or
think
one of them
yeah.
lost. Like, because like for me, I only seen a therapist because my dad died. So that's the only reason why I saw it. It's like either you like that significant, like you like that important figure, or that important figure was stripped away from your life.
But I think
That's why I see like therapy is okay for.
well, I think therapy, you could use therapy for a lot of reasons
Yeah.
though, not just for like traumatizing, situations in family. I think
Mm-hmm.
I want a therapist when I get to my pinnacle of success. I would love to have a therapist during that moment, because why always have a
I
therapist
would
when you're
call
low?
that
You know what I'm
my
saying?
bad. I would call that a financial advisor though.
Nah, not really
No.
financial. No. Because look at it this way, right? Why do celebrities or people that are super uber successful, why do some of them commit suicide?
Because they didn't have like a proper financial advisor.
Nah.
We were talking about
There's
this
a lot
shit.
of stress.
We were
There's a-
talking
it's a
about
lot-
this shit with Red Ranger.
Nah.
With Tommy, with the Green Ranger.
But that's
the buying more for
well,
Power
that-
Rangers.
okay.
That nigga.
Well,
How
okay,
he got
that's one.
divorced and he committed suicide.
That's one
'cause
aspect of it, right?
Everything was stripped from him.
That's one
we're
aspect.
humans. We have
Right.
so many thoughts and emotions, and yeah, we're supposed to be able to control those, but some of them we can, or maybe it's just good to bounce those
I have
thoughts
to
and feelings off of somebody, or maybe there's something that you're doing or you're feeling and you're not aware of it, and somebody else can call it out. A non-biased
Yeah.
party.
What about?
But do you
what-
not think that men and women, how we
We're complex, man. We are
Right.
complex.
But
Absolutely.
Don't you think that the way that we interact with these situations are different from men and women? Like the way that men handle those circumstances from how women handle those circumstances.
Are you talking about like
different?
loss, or
Like-
just?
like in general? Just in general.
I don't think it's fair to say men
That-
only do this, women only do that.
Like, as far as the masses, like majority of the cases, minority of the cases.
I guess if
Because-
you want to say like, oh, men are supposed to suck things up and
Yes,
just keep on trucking
exactly.
and not talk about their feelings,
Yeah.
and because that makes them soft or whatever.
Speaking, this is general.
But that's why again, I think it's important to, hey, if you want to
This
act
is
tough,
what she came here for.
if you want if you want to act tough,
Yeah.
if you want to be the man of your house and carry that crown, go ahead, do that. You should,
Mm-hmm.
right? But if you see that there's something that needs improvement, or somebody close to you has said, hey, I've noticed this about you, or hey, you're doing this, or it's making me feel this way, or whatever, talk about it. And you don't even have to go to a therapist and pay to talk to somebody. Talk to a friend, talk to a family member, talk to yourself. For me, I go in the gym and I have a friend that refers to my brain as just a bunch of open tabs. And when I go in the gym, I'm clicking on those tabs and
Sounds like
I'm checking them off.
My notepad app.
I'm talking to myself, asking myself hard questions.
No, that's good.
I
That's good. That's
find
good.
gratefulness in there,
That's good.
So you need to. We're very complex. We have a lot of thoughts. We have a lot of emotions. Y'all all probably have tabs running in your minds too.
Of course. The
Yeah,
gym
no.
Some of
I'm-
It's
those.
all on my phone. It's all.
I'm,
on my phone.
I'm like you. Like like when I get to the gym, like
Write it down. Talk to
tabs.
somebody.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
talk to myself all the time.
Go for a run.
Yeah.
Talk to yourself.
I think we all
For sure.
do. That's what brings us all
no,
together.
for sure.
But some of us don't. We
I could go
don't.
through
Hey, I see
I
it.
could go through it.
Some of us don't know where to start.
I can keep going. I'm not even looking. Yeah.
So-
I feel you. I feel you.
So
No, that's why like what you're saying right now, it just hit me. All right. That's a valid argument.
I have in my notepad. I have poems and stuff. Like if I have
Yeah,
a feeling, I need to get it out. Or lately I've
Where
been-
you have poems, I have like scriptures, like biblical scriptures.
Okay.
and- Yeah.
whatever helps you.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever
So it's
helps
like,
you.
Yeah, I feel you there.
There's moments where writing
feel
it
you.
down is not enough, and I've developed a village in this last year that I almost even can say I owe my life, to. And I'll call one of them, and it's such a great feeling to have the other person on that line pick up, and they want to hear, they want to help, they
That's
want to
what
love, they
big.
want to care.
Yeah, I had one of my closest homies that be in the rave scene and stuff. Cause like I'm not even just like musical, but like I would be in the rave like EDM environment and all that stuff, and like I was like associated like even one of our mutual friends. is in the rave scene, and she knows me, and like we know mutual friends and all that stuff. It's like I know there's more to life than just like this in like degenerate lifestyle or like just materialistic shallow shit like
Man,
your
my-
next
my
fix,
view
your
of
next
life
high, just having a
flipped.
good time and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like it's more to life than that, and it's like appreciating the little things amongst you and around you and all that stuff.
In,
And
you know,
it hits
when I'm having a hard time, I've been told by my therapist, other people, someone else's pain and suffering doesn't invalidate our own. Like just because I go and say, oh, well, somebody's got it worse, or, something worse is happening, somewhere else. But I lean on that because it helps me. My kids are healthy. They've got somewhere to live. They go to good schools. I have food. I have clothes. I have transportation. I have people to pick up the phone. I have a phone, I am so fucking blessed still. And I have to tell
Exactly.
myself that, my kids don't have to wake up to the sound of bombs. They're
Man.
they don't like, there's so
from
much.
our countries,
Yeah.
like we all come from third world countries, all three of us. Like, of course, he's my cousin. We both come from Cameroon, and then he's Nigerian.
Yeah. He
so-
told me recently last year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I
they're
went
both
to-
in the country.
It's funny because like when he was in Nigeria back in December, I was in Cameroon this
Yeah.
last December that just passed, and it's when you travel. Have you been overseas before?
Yes. So I've been
Where have
to Ireland. I've been to Mexico. Oh, that's not overseas.
Well,
I've
Ireland-
been-
Well, I mean like across
Oh,
the
no,
Atlantic.
no.
like third world country.
Well, you've
No.
been to Ireland, right?
I wouldn't say Ireland's a third world.
It's not
country.
third world per
It's
se.
like second world.
Yeah, it's not third
It's not.
world.
It's
but,
not first, but it's not third.
but you've never been like
No.
across the Atlantic to like a
like
third,
a
world
third
country.
world country,
No.
That shit
like
is crazy.
Colombia,
No.
Cameroon, Nigeria.
You've never been to Africa, like Middle
Yeah.
East.
Trust
Would
me,
you like to go?
You really kind of don't.
Yeah,
wanna go.
exactly. Yeah,
You
it-
don't wanna
Would
go.
it's
you
a
like- would
humbling-
you-
I
it's
have
humbling.
some other places on my list I'd probably check off first.
Okay,
Oh,
well, you'd be
go-
surprised. Hold on.
Go to our
Yeah.
countries.
Trust me. Hey,
Hold
just
on.
go in there
Well,
with
well,
just straight
well,
slippers.
I'll
Don't
say
bring
this.
no shoes.
I'll say this about Africa, right? And there's a lot of misconceptions about Africa, but that's by design. We don't have to
What?
get on that tangent, but
Okay. Okay, I'm about
you
to
know,
You see
Africa.
things. You told me that you.
say. Oh yeah. you
Yes.
definitely
Well, let me
do.
let me give you a perspective, right? In Africa, it's either you're really rich and you
Yeah.
have bread and you have money
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you can't even like understand,
comprehend.
Yeah.
or
God.
you're like the absolute
You're a
dirt
bottom
cookie
field.
eating
You're a peasant.
fucking like
Bottom feeder.
yeah.
You're trying to hustle every day.
You think
every
the
second.
hood is bad
It's
over
either
here?
You're that nigga or you ain't shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think the
Ain't
hood
all
is
in
bad
between.
over here? It's worse over there.
Yeah.
So there's that's the dynamic you deal with over there. So Africa is actually like they have cities like Houston, they have cities
Yeah.
like this with buildings and stuff. It's not like bad, you know what I mean?
It's not.
And you don't have to get a plethora
You got
of
you got
shots.
McDonald's, Walmart, all that shit out there.
Right. You don't have to get a plethora of shots to get out to be out there or anything like that. It's all fugazi. It's all propagated bullshit. It is. That's why I asked you, like, would you like to go over there? Because it would really open your perspective.
It's about who
It
you
would
know.
really
If you're gonna be
Big
out
facts. No, big.
there, you
facts.
got
say, and he's cousin. Yeah,
facts.
he's
Exactly.
cousin. You know what I'm saying? So
it's like as long as you know the right people when you're out there, then you're good.
I
But-
I talked
would
about this
judge.
last episode, and you'll probably understand.
Yeah.
You know, you weren't here, but Beast wasn't here,
Mm-hmm.
and I was talking about how the Earth is on a 23
23
degree
degree axis
tilt on its
Yeah,
axis.
it's, yeah.
The Earth sits on an axis,
Yeah, it's
right?
astrology.
The axis
That's
around the
it's
sun.
the whole debate that we had with Jay about flat Earth
Oh,
and circular Earth.
it's
Sor-
definitely,
sorta.
it's definitely circular.
Yeah,
Yeah, so-
yeah, it's not flat.
So the
Earth
Earth,
is not flat.
the
Yeah.
Earth on its axis,
Is a
it's on a
20
23-degree
yeah,
tilt
ax-
on its
yeah,
axis, on
exactly.
its orbit around the sun, right? With that being said, the tilt affects us on either side of the hemisphere, right? So everybody
You got
over
the far
here,
east, the far west.
Yes.
The far east.
So-
we're the far west.
yeah. So over here on the left hemisphere, we're more left brain oriented because the tilt affects us. We lean towards this side, right? On the right,
I
or
know
on
about
the
the
right
cut you off,
hemisphere.
Like,
Yeah, go
Asian.
ahead.
when did you find this out?
This is all through studies. This is all
Yeah,
through
yeah,
studying.
this is-
So this is
studying
not something
science.
I
that
learned
just
this shit in
happened.
college.
No.
This is something that like
this
it's
has
been
been-
happening.
This has
Yeah,
been
yeah,
known
it's
for
been in-
So
centuries.
It's
This
been
is centuries
so it's
old.
been at
Exactly.
this access this whole time.
Exactly.
Yes.
But he just confirmed it when
Yes.
he went to Cameroon
Okay.
recently.
Yes. So
Okay.
let me
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
break it
I'm
down
trying
to
to.
her.
I'm
You know
just
what
trying to
I'm
catch
saying?
myself
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
on that.
Go
time.
ahead.
Okay, cool.
What?
So, and for the people too.
Yeah.
So the tilt affects us on either side of the hemisphere. People on the right side of the hemisphere, Europe, Africa, Asia, they're more right brain oriented. Over here, South America, North America, Canada,
Yeah.
whatever, we're more
Western
left brain
countries.
oriented. What does that mean to anything, right? Okay,
Yeah.
left
First
brain,
world.
you're more analytic, right? Numbers, words, definitions, lectures, stuff like that. You're just more analytics, statistics, stuff like that. That's left brain. Right brain is more of the creative, artistic, emotion, this and that and the third. You know what I mean? So, I had a point, but I know all the interjection, but I had a point. But I'm saying that to say, when you travel, and this is my point. I'm just remembering it as I'm.
Go ahead.
When you travel, you wake up either side of the brain. So
Yeah.
like people that are living over here, more left brain oriented, when you travel over there to places like Africa, to places like the Middle East, your right brain starts to wake up because the tilt of the earth, you're leaning your frequency, your magnetic field, because all human beings generate a magnetic field. We have a magnetism, right? And that magnetism, that magnetism is affected by the magnetic field of the earth. So the tilt of the earth, when we go to that side, it affects our right brain. That's why a lot of people that travel back and forth between,
they get confused.
no, they don't get confused. They get enlightened. That's
Yeah.
why a lot of people that
I
travel.
say confused is because like they get cross alignments. Like as far as like
It's
they
not-
try to pectoral, like I can't put the right terms. You know, I'm the
You're
worst with
confusing
terms.
me right now.
But like
Yeah.
they get convoluted within like what they know of Earth within what they know.
No,
So
It's-
traveling's good.
No, okay, look. So basically what I'm trying to say is that when you travel to either side of the earth, it wakes up the other side of your brain. That's why people that tend to travel a lot come back with a different perspective.
That's what I was
they
trying
come
to
back,
say, though.
They come back enlightened,
Yes.
right? So
It's like they try to bring otherworldly ideologies within what they learn, what they know.
right.
And then like it contrasts of interest. Because like what's otherworldly is otherworldly for a reason.
Right.
So like you can't construe what is otherworldly with what we know within our world. So it's some abstract shit. I know.
Basically-
it's some otherworldly it's high IQ shit. It's high IQ
Basically, when you travel, it sews your brain together. It creates a dendron, and it sews your brain together, which creates you start to use your brain more fully as a whole. You're not just more left brain oriented.
Cognitive
You're not just-
reasoning. Cognitive
Right.
reasoning. It's like subconsciously you could process, understand shit that's otherworldly.
Mm-hmm.
The cognitive reasoning is like, I don't know what this is, but it makes sense.
And I'll give you an example of how left and right brain is affecting us as people, right? Over here, with religion, for an example, right?
Yeah.
If
that's
you're a
good
preacher,
example.
if you're a pastor, to convert someone to your religion or to have someone become a deep follower of your religion on this side of the earth, what would you do? You would do lectures, right?
Yeah.
You would talk, speak, have congregations, have go to church, and you have a preaching, right?
Cognitive
on the
reasoning.
right on the right side of if you're trying to convert someone on the right side of the world to your religion, what do the people on the right side
have
of the
to
world
feel
tend to
for
do
it.
more?
They have to
But
feel
yeah,
it.
what do they tend to do more on the other
to
side?
feel.
They meditate more over there, right?
They have to feel it.
They feel it, right? They do things through music a lot. Although you use music to get them to go along with the program. That's on that side of the world. Over here, that doesn't necessarily work with us. It's more lectures. It's more.
It has to
preaching,
make
it's more-
sense.
right? So that's religion, right? So that's how you know. Because think about it. Just look at how religion is done on this side compared to how it's done on the other side.
Yeah.
You have a lot of people over there that go to the Mecca, right, for Islam, and
Mosque.
they're touching the mosque. They're over there praying, and they're, you know what I mean? They're like meditating, and a lot of Buddhists are over there, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of meditation. It's
Hinduism.
A lot of Hinduism, right? That's on that side.
Yeah.
We don't really do that on the side. What do we do over here for those same religions?
Strictly,
It's
dickly.
preaching, it's talking, it's lecturing. It's like, so that's how you know the left and the right is affected by what side of the hemisphere you're on the earth.
Exactly.
You know? So, and the tilt affects that, right?
Interesting.
Because over here, the tilt.
Wisdom talk.
I never heard that.
Yeah, because and the tilt
That's
affects
why
that.
we are the name we have.
and to prove it also, on this side of the hemisphere, we tend to lean more towards the left. Like,
Yeah, we
on
do.
everything that we do.
As far as the West goes,
You
as
may
far
not
as
catch it, but
Western
sometimes-
civilization, as far as like Western hemisphere, like Western civilization, like Western society, we do lean towards
yeah,
what he's
and
referring to.
and even when you're just kind of standing there, or you're just kind of walking, or you tend to use your left a little bit more. You could be right-handed like myself, but I do stand on my left leg a lot. I mean,
I'm stronger on my left, but I'm like right. I'm heavily right societal and like writing and everything else.
right.
But like as far as like biologically, I am more favored towards my left.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
It's
sure
like
I have
an
one leg
it's an
longer than the other,
ambidextrous.
slightly.
but that's because of the
It's
tilt of the earth.
ambidextrous. Yeah, exactly.
We're affected by the
It
tilt
throws
of
my
the
whole
earth.
equilibrium
Yeah.
off. I'm always
It-
knocking into
it's the
like
favorite
door
choice.
frames with
Right.
my right arm.
Yeah,
I blame it on that.
yeah. It's the tilt of the earth. No, that's real. That's real shit. It's the tilt.
facts.
Yeah, because the tilt.
Like, I'm stronger on my left. I'm stronger on my left than my right, but like
That's-
I've been indoctrinated towards favoring my right.
That's why
as
we're
long
never
as I can believe.
right.
I think a lot of people are like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like,
That's why we're never truly balanced, right? We're always stronger on one side than the other.
yeah.
Like there's never
I can do
a real.
one hand push-ups right now with my left more than my right.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
then,
He's like, I
but
don't
then I favor my right. I favor my right, but then I'm stronger on my left.
Right.
Like you can't make this shit up.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
Like it's like
you know,
I wish I was more like full right, so I could just prioritize my right on everything. But like when I can't escape the fact that I'm strong on my left. Like all my life since I was in high school, I was like apparently I'm strong on my left side though. Even though like everything favors my right, I tend to be stronger on my left since I can remember, since like grade school. Like,
Yeah.
I've always been stronger on my left, but apparently the right is the favorite. So it's like I can't ignore that.
you know what else I can't ignore? The damn timer. I wish we had more time. Damn.
Hey, we still.
I
got
told you
9
this shit was
minutes.
gonna fly, right?
Hey, yeah,
I
you're
told
right.
you.
Oh, okay.
Like-
Hey, okay. Because you're a singer and everything, along as real estate. I wanted to see if
So that's kind of like a hobby.
Yeah, it's a
I
hobby.
wouldn't
has
say
it
I'm a
affected,
singer.
has it affected
And I-
your dating life? This is what I'm trying to get at.
So I don't have a dating
She don't
life.
have one though
Yeah.
because there was a situation.
I
And we
was
don't
in a
really have
rel-
enough time to
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm
So
saying?
like you don't be like guys don't be like into you and you don't be trying.
They can be into me all they want, but
But
it takes two
it
to
takes
date.
two to tango.
It takes I don't have a
It takes
date.
two to tango. You know
so
what I'm
there's a
saying?
lot of guys that are into you that you're not that into.
No, I don't. I'm not going to say that.
No.
I think there was a flood
if-
of people
Okay,
messaging me,
if
and
you-
they could have just
hold
been
on,
because
hold
they're
on,
bored.
This brings another
Right.
segment.
Hold on.
I'm
If
gonna
you
let you
knew,
go.
hold on. If you just knew the background a little bit, it would make more sense as to why she's saying that. Like we don't have enough time to like dive into that.
We got
You know
8
what I'm
minutes.
saying?
We got 8 minutes.
Yeah, we do, but it's
Okay,
not.
so
it's
I just
not-
want to get at this one single point.
it's
All right, I'll
okay.
ready.
Here's my
chime
one
in
single
too.
point.
Okay.
And I think Beef might get my point.
Okay,
It's
go
like,
ahead.
do you think if a guy was in your same standpoint,
I lost my husband in a very traumatic way a year ago.
that was what we're gonna get into that point too.
Yeah, that's
So
what I'm
let's go
saying.
into that point
That's what I'm
first.
saying. She
And
just
then
got
we
straight
can
to
give-
it. That's what I'm saying.
We can
Yeah, I didn't know what else to do.
She's healing, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. Just get straight to the.
I'm just
motherfucking
trying
point.
to survive.
Right.
Go ahead.
I am trying to
So
survive.
how did you lose your husband? Like what happened? So you're a widow.
Yes.
Yeah, like my mom. So that's why like I could give you the benefit of the doubt and like I could defer because like my mom's also a widow. Like my mom was with my dad until he passed. His heart attack. He had a stroke when I was 11, but his stroke turned to a heart attack, cholesterol issue, and he ended up dying within 7 days from that heart attack.
It was
And I was
definitely
25 years old.
it was definitely not his time to go.
Exactly. Like I can
I-
say his first thing. My dad.
Yeah.
It wasn't his time to go. Like, why would my dad be dead? I'm 25. I'm only 25. Even though I'm the youngest, I'm 25. I think the nigga was 61.
Yeah.
But
Like 61 is not an age to just die.
right.
Like 61 is not old.
But
So, yeah, go ahead.
go ahead. What were you so
Yeah. I a little over a year ago, I had a husband and we were raising 3 kids, dog, cat.
you mentioned this.
You
name
had the
earlier.
2
You-
kids with that husband.
We came into the relationship with 1 kid each.
Okay, okay.
And then we had my
And
now
2 more.
almost just one more.
One more.
So
okay.
we had a miscarriage before my son. Yeah.
Miscarriage before your son.
So I have my son, my husband's son, who looks just like him, and it's kind of like a bittersweet thing, you know, like. But my son's gonna be 4, the end of this year.
Dope.
My stepson's gonna be 11 next month. My daughter's gonna be 13. My life was very full and beautiful, and it wasn't perfect, but it was my life. It was our life. And in a matter of a year, you know, I'm still reeling from the fact that that's not my life anymore, and it's never going to be my life. So in regards to people being in my DMs, especially people that don't know me, that I don't know, there's no reason for me to pay any mind to it. I have a deeper purpose now. You know, there were times in my life where I didn't want to be here anymore. You know, I lost my dad. You know, I had, you know, the experience with, you know, being sexually abused. I lost my sister, and just, you know, it caused a difficult relationship between me and my mom, which, you know, even to this day, I love her and I want to fix it. You know, I want to make it right. Life is short, and I'm very grateful to still have her, because there are people that don't have, you know, their mothers. And then losing, you know, the person that I was supposed to grow old with, you know, my life is completely different now. So, you know, I'm not concerned about my dating life right now.
Let me interject, and this is on a more serious. It's just I don't want to rehash any like deeply entrenched wounds. I remember when I saw you and him
At the restaurant? Yeah.
I saw y'all too, and then man, I was looking rough, but anyway, not like rough like that, but like I wasn't like clean, like I even, you know, me.
It was right. It was
me.
right before, you know, he passed.
Okay. Let me get to that. So I saw y'all, and then literally, it must have been like 2 weeks after that. Then I see all this shit on Facebook.
Yeah.
I see all this shit like he passed away, and then I remember one time I called you.
Yeah.
Like I called you one time, but I only called you once. I wasn't blowing you up
Yeah.
because I understood the assignment. I was like, all right, I see what's going on. Just let me attempt to call one time, see if she'll pick up. And of course you didn't answer because it was just heavy at the time.
Yeah.
So that's why I just kind of left you alone. I didn't really like hit you up. I didn't really reach out to you, nothing like that. Cause I was like, damn, I just saw this fool. I was literally like standing in between both of them at the bar. Like I was talking to him. I was like, hey, you know, you got to work on your credit, bro. This and that. You can leverage your credit, this and that. And then he was just like, yeah, yeah. And then I remember you were there and you were at the bar. You were like, I'm drunk right now. And he was like,
we were having a date.
Yeah, and he was like, are you serious? and I was like, I looked at him and I looked at you and I looked at him. I was like, yeah, is she for real? And then you were like, yeah, you were like 3 kids, man, 3 kids, like,
Yeah.
and then and then he was like, hey, he was like, you're not driving though, right? And then I was like, I know you ain't driving, right? And then he was like, and then he was like, yeah, you were like, I don't know if I want to drink anymore. He was like, no, you got to finish that. Like, you're not driving.
I ordered the large margarita.
Yeah,
I gotta finish it.
Yeah, you got to finish that. He was like,
straight up.
no, he was like, nah, you got to finish that. I was like, yeah, you can't just order a big ass margarita like that.
Yeah.
You know?
I loved whenever we had our
Bullshit.
little kidless dates.
Yeah. So that was my memory.
Dates.
That was my last memory of him and both of y'all, seeing both of y'all at the bar. And I was like, damn, I just saw them at Gringos, man. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Gringos. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
Gringos, yeah. I
love
just saw them at
Gringos.
Gringos. I was like, yo, like, and then 2 weeks later, I was like, damn,
Life
that's
is
fucked up, bro.
crazy.
Yeah. It was crazy. And I was at Gringos one deep too. I was just chilling, doing me, and then I just see them at the bar. I called her because I saw her. She didn't see me first, and then I called, and then I guess she looked at her phone and she was like,
Yeah.
"You were like
Damn.
you."
Where's he
Yeah,
at?
yeah, right. Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that up, because I understood, like, it was crazy.
Yeah, a lot of people reached out to me, and I'm sorry for. I tried to do my best to reach out to remember who reached out to me and get back to them. It's just a lot, and I even have some days now where I'm not on my phone as much. Actually, let me open this up. You can see all my notifications down there.
Jesus.
Damn.
How is it?
Like,
Holy shit.
Oh damn! Yeah, that is a lot.
That makes zero.
like it's lit up like a
It's
Christmas
not
tree.
Personal. Everyone, as
I
a
don't-
heads up, is not personal.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
not.
I'm trying to live. You know,
Right.
I'm trying to live for our kids.
Right.
You know, I'm
That's
trying to
crazy.
do things right. I'm trying to get myself right. I want to be. If I'm gonna be here, I want to be functionable. And talking about therapists, and even if I wasn't seeing a therapist, I still do other things to try to help myself, and I do lean on people. When this happened, the people that I thought would be there, compared to the people that showed up and shocked me.
That's crazy.
So
Of course.
as far as I know, I still have a village, so it doesn't even matter who they are.
Excuse me.
As long as they love and care, about me and my kids, and they're there.
Right.
That's what matters. And
Okay. Well, damn. I wish we had more time, man. We
That's
gotta
all right.
listen. Hold on, time out. I gotta say, I really appreciate you coming by. Like, I want to say this too. I appreciate you
Excuse me.
coming through. Like when I reached
Yeah.
out, you coming through. Because
I'm sorry I had to book it 2 months in advance.
No, and no. That's why when I hit her up initially, I was like, "Okay, you free this Saturday? Oh no, you got something going on? Okay, what about this Saturday? What about this Saturday? I was like, I'm gonna get your ass on, right?
You know what
I'm
helps?
gonna get you on.
What helps a lot is the fact that she was our special guest and she brought so much content.
Bro,
And-
that's what
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
saying.
Definitely.
And I know we're running past time, but we're about to close it out. But again,
I've lived a life.
Exactly.
and that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I want you to I hope you enjoyed yourself here with
Yeah.
us. I want you to definitely come back again. Tune, you're more than welcome to come back. We'd love to have you back. Yeah, man. Again, I appreciate you.
No, I
I
appreciate you guys
it.
having
I
me.
really.
Oh,
Yeah.
for
It's been
sure.
fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess we could,
Yeah, you
wrap
already
it up.
know what
You know
it
what I'm
is.
saying?
It's your boy H-Wall, the camera and gun, bring his hood.
This
Tracy,
dude.
all that, bro. You already know, like, bro, I'm lit as fuck.
He's lit, bro. He's
Oh,
lit.
God.
You know what I mean?
You already know what it is.
And then she's laughing because I've seen back in the day. I've seen her lit too, so it's all good
See?
in a good
It's not
way.
so bad.
In a good way. In a good way.
It's not so
Hey,
bad.
Did I cry?
I know, no,
I
you were
did that a lot.
awesome. No,
Okay.
no. I just told a story about you. You
Oh,
and,
yeah. I'm funny.
yeah, I know she's hilarious.
People that don't think I'm funny, they suck.
She's hilarious. I told the story I just said
Yeah.
about you drinking the margarita. Come on now. Let's be real.
Come on, man.
And Mario's here. He'd be like, "Yo, come on,
Come on now.
He
He
saw
didn't
you
think,
drinking
he
the
didn't
margarita,
think I was funnier than him.
Looking at us.
Yeah.
right? But shout out to Mario,
motherfucker.
man.
Yes.
Shout outs to
Thank
Mario.
you.
But it's your boy Giuliani. You can find me on all platforms: Instagram, Facebook, Recognize Entertainment LLC, Facebook page, personal page. Well, you, if I don't know you, and yeah, you could just hit me up if you want hats, you want merch. DM me. I got shirts. I got hats. I got music coming. I got
Yep.
a lot of shit coming, and I be posting all that stuff. So you know where to find me. Hit your boy up. And then where can everybody reach out to you as far as real estate?
I'm more active on Instagram.
Instagram. There you go.
Christine_Ashley, or just type in Christine Cardona.
There you go.
I kind of do a mix in my personal life. I talk a lot about my grief during this season in my life. I show my kids real estate.
Love it.
Just me. But that way, if somebody wants to hit me up for business, or you'd like me to help you and your family
Yes,
find a home,
indeed.
sell your home, invest in commercial properties, whatever, just message me through there.
Indeed. Yes. And then Beast, you wanna?
Hey, yeah, it's your boy Beast too. So I'll see. This was a great episode.
She.
Hopefully we can have her back. You know, we can do this again and everything.
You already know.
Yes, sir. All right.
We'll dig into
Yes, sir.
we'll dig into your family stuff too next time.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So with that being said,
Yeah.
it's a Wisdom Talk
That'll be
podcast,
interesting.
episode 42. We are out. Peace.